Not worthy, but worth it. I am Tanshell Ward, and I would like to welcome you to the podcast where I get to sit and speak with amazing guests who are here to tell their story of living by God's grace. And tonight I have with me Jason Pierre, and we want to welcome Jason to the podcast. Welcome, Jason.
Hello, podcast.
It is such an honor to have you. I am so grateful that you accepted the assignment. And I want to begin by formally introducing you so that people can know who you are and hear of the amazing things that you have done and how you are walking and living by God's grace. Jason Pierre holds a bachelor's degree from the Recording Radio Film Connection. He's a gospel, hip hop, and R&B artist, producer, author, designer, and creative visionary, which means he has done so many marvelous things. And we are just so grateful to be able to sit with him so that he can let us know all about Jason Pierre. So I just want to thank you for being a part and tell us one word that describes Jason that's different from what I've spoken so far.
um, I want to say visionary, but I think you said that already. So
Yes.
I guess
Give
I
me
could
one word.
say underrated. I must say that.
Underrated.
Under.
Okay. Right. And what does that mean to you? How do you explain that?
Well, far as like all the stuff you just said that I done, it's like I'm still underrated, even though I done that much. Living
There's so
grace.
much more. There's so much more. Great, great.
Yeah.
And that's awesome to know that you're not just going to settle for where you are. Most people would think that, oh, that's great. You've done so much. That's enough. And you say, there's more to me.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's excellent. That's actually how we should live because we know through God, He sees us in the future.
Hmm.
So He sees more in us than we can ever see in ourselves. So it's great that you see that.
Yeah.
Tell what it is to be reared in the city of New Orleans and what sparked your interest in artistry.
Um. Just the culture grabs you. Like it's just just living in the city of New Orleans. Just like some things you can't bypass. Like you gonna go to a Mardi Gras parade, you're gonna see bands. You're just gonna. It's here. It's like you can't you can't miss it. So and it's just me, just my family. I have artists in my family. It's like uncles and cousins that do Mardi Gras paintings, floats, and stuff like that. So you be around that type of stuff. You see it, and you start doing things too. As far as being creative. On that side of things. So yeah, it's just New Orleans it grabs you. It is what it is. It's a city like that.
Yes,
Creates.
with so much to offer if you advantage of it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Exactly.
And if you take embrace it. So you grounded when you have to think about your life. And I know you've done so many things, but what actually keeps you grounded and keeps you focused?
Um, just basically focusing on God and my assignment, as far as like tapping and just meditating and self care. Period. Just making sure I'm mentally strong myself and checking in with God. That helps a whole lot.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That is great to hear that you know that you need God in everything concerning you. When did you decide that you wanted to follow God and be an ambassador and a disciple? When did you decide that? What was the defining moment?
Well, I felt like for me, I always follow God, like just going to Sunday schools and stuff like that. So I was raised into that, and I always felt like I follow God. But far as just want to put the word out there, that happened with the music and just the rapping and stuff like that. So that's all I can really say about that.
Great. What was your first song that you produced that had a message for you? What was that first song?
It was called Jump for God.
Jump for God? Was that an acronym or did you actually mean like the physical motion of jumping?
It was acronym and physical motion. It was one of some of both.
Okay. So what's the acronym? What does it stand for?
It's like I'm all the way in. I'm gonna jump as high as I can. To get to God. And that's what it was.
So whatever you have to do, that's what you're gonna do in order to reach him.
Cross the river, I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna put action to like to my words. That's all. That's what I meant.
So you're gonna be in motion, not
Yeah,
being stagnated.
yeah,
Wherever God is, that's where you long to be.
yeah. Exactly.
Good. Good. What lesson have you learned that's invaluable from your music and all the great things you've done? What would you say is that thing that you can't even put a price on it, but you've learned it?
Just enjoy the gift that you have while you have it, because some people, it's like even just being a gift, having a gift of music. Like, what if I lose my voice? You know what I'm saying? So I gotta embrace it while I have it. So I just feel that's the biggest thing. You know.
How do you feel when you put the mic in your hand? What's that feeling like?
So I was in a band and I played baritone, and you can play like at your maximum strength. There's like so much power coming through the horn, like when you push so much air through it, right? So the microphone is kind of similar in a way. Far as like me hearing it in my ears, like when I'm performing, I hear that same feeling, that vibration. Like when I was playing a horn, when I'm performing on a mic, it's the same vibration and going through the body. Like it's like ooh, like but as you can hear your voice, that's the
Mhm.
difference. Instrument sound and your voice sound.
When did you learn that your voice had power?
When I first heard it like echo back, like it's like when you say something and you can hear like bounce off and it comes, it's like, oh, hold up, that's me. Like, and you get chill bumps, like, like something in that.
Tell me that feeling you get when the crowd responds to your voice.
It's shocking. Shocking.
Shocking.
Yeah, because it's like you don't expect them to do it. It's like, if you do it for so long and you see people like it, but most people, if they don't know your song, they really can't really respond all the way. But when they do and they showing they interested and they like your stuff, you're like, ooh, all right, they feeling me. So it's shocking. Like I can't believe it. Like this real, like really going on type stuff. So
Mm. So when you are performing and the crowd is responding, what is the message that you want to gain from your words? What do you want them to gain the most from watching you perform and do what you love to do and what God has called you to do? What's that message you want them to get?
that Jesus is my Lord and Savior. that's
Good.
that's what it is. I wouldn't be up there if it wasn't for him. Like straight up. That's the only reason I do it.
What do you get when you see people singing your songs back to you?
It's like chill bumps, and it's like it's just is a grateful feeling. Like it's like the hard work didn't go unnoticed, almost like that.
So what is your favorite song that ministers to you?
Far as my songs, it's so many.
Either
I
either song, a song that actually ministers to you, because sometimes when we are going forth and we're giving of ourselves to others and other people respond, then there is something that truly ministers back to us that we need when no one else is around. So what is that song that truly ministers to you to give you the spark to continue to strive for more?
it's actually a instrumental. It's Moments in Love, All the Noise. You ever
Mhm.
heard?
No, I haven't.
So it's like
Oh, have.
so that's Moments in Love, All the Noise. So that
Okay,
it speaks to me all kind of different languages, just knowing, like, being a musician, I guess. So that hits me different more than anything. And it's an instrumental. It's not words or anything. It's like a peaceful sound for me. It sets me. It resets me.
right. And I often hear people who are musicians say they actually feel the beats and they feel the music. Do you
Yeah,
get that same feeling when you are listening to music?
all the time. I mean, being a drum major is you always keeping tempo. So any song come on, I already know bobbing my head at the tempo of the song, so I automatically feel it because I know the beat is on. I can count it up and just vibe to it, and, you know. But yeah, you can feel it.
Good. So, yes, speaking of being a drum major, when you perform, you wear your drum major uniform. And what's the reasoning for that? What made you decide that this is what I want to do and this is how I want to represent my gifts, my talents? What made you choose your drum major uniform to carry it beyond the school setting?
Well, I really do feel like New Orleans band culture is so deep that it's crazy that we don't have a Saints New Orleans Saints marching band, and we have an All Star alumni band that sounds like thunder. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mhm.
like, you got this, just put it together. Like, what's the problem? So, but the real and the thing is, I feel as though being a drum major, you gotta, you know, it gotta start somewhere. So I was like, I figure, why not add it to my gospel music, and let it be a symbol of something that can happen in the future. You never know. So,
Mhm.
and then I thought about, I like how, like, in New Orleans you can see an Indian performing or something like that. Like, what if you can see a drum major perform?
Right.
Different thing.
Right.
Like, it's just
So
the
that's unique.
yes, and it's our culture. Like, so many people was in marching band growing up, and after high schools and college, like, what could you do with this? So the next step is NFL. Put Atlanta up against, we going, you know, who at whatever team. Yeah, that's what I'm just. It's just a big vision for that, and it's open space. Like, why not make it happen? So I don't know.
Well, that's great because that's uniquely who you are, and you don't see that often, which means you stepped outside of the norm to create a space that is uniquely yours, but you're still telling the message of God and how He's working through your life. So, being a drum major and leading a band and marching and stepping, you actually have a new book because you are an author. So tell the name of your book and give me a little synopsis of your content, something that you would want the readers to take away. So what's the name of your book?
The name of the book is called The Little Big Stepper.
Okay.
And I would say what they can take from the book is, ups and downs gonna come your way, but if you follow the steps God put in front of you, anything's possible either way. You know what I'm saying? but you gotta follow the steps of what God have in your way. You just gotta go up the steps. Is life is hard, and His guidance is there. You just gotta tap into it. You know, so
Right.
ups and downs though, but mainly ups and downs. Like you're gonna have obstacles come your way, but the solution is to believe in God. you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. When I hear that title, it makes me think of just no matter how small you think you are, in God, every step is big
Yeah.
because it gets you from one place to the next, but you have to be willing to take that big step and not look at your statue and where you think you are. So
Mm.
that is an excellent title for a book because it lets us know there's more. Take the step. Be willing to move from your current place, and you just have to be willing to take the step.
Gotta meet it halfway.
Exactly. You do your part and God will do the rest. He just wants us to lean on him.
Yeah, yeah. But
Exactly. So that is great. What inspired you to be an author?
um, so rapping, like I was on, I had to be on like my 10th gospel rap album, and I do stretch therapy, so I was working at Stretch Zone at the time, and one of my clients is Miss Nancy Wool. She's a English teacher at Dilla. And how you stretch people, you get to know people. She was like, I bet you can write a book. I said, I probably can. And she just we just talked. And I said, I actually did it for fun. Like I said, let me try and see if I could do it. And I did it. yeah. And
Yes.
that's, but I was crazy though, because it's like I didn't expect this to feel the way it do. Cause like
Mhm.
when the completed, that felt better than any album I ever did. And I don't understand that. Like it felt like it came from out of my head to right in front of my face. It's like,
Right.
wow, that's
Right.
crazy. That's
And
God.
and it's great when you see the content that you've penned and it's reaching the hands and the hearts of other people, especially when you go somewhere and you see your book on the table, when you go somewhere and one recognizes you from the book. It is such a great feeling,
Yeah.
and you made reference to stretching and doing that. I know that's another thing that we didn't mention earlier, but now you've mentioned it, and you do so many things. Do so many things. So I know this is something that we need to let people know because you are actually one that I am client, and and I share with people the experience because a lot of people think that when they get a massage or they're getting stretched, they think that it has to be inappropriate, sexual, something that is not. Just explain the medical part of it and what you seek to do when you're serving a client because we know we have to be well, total
Mhm.
wellness. And we run so much, we do so many things. So because this is another thing that you do, share with the people what's the medical component of relaxing and massages and stretching.
It's all about better range of motion. My thing is most of us, the last time we really moved, we was in PE, right? So it's like after high school, what are you doing? You're not stretching, you're not doing those little exercises or none of that. And time is just going by, but we don't really notice because we just doing what we do, taking care of other people. But at the same time, it's like you still have to make time for yourself and focus on your range of motion. It's just like you being a basketball player and you're gonna shoot in the gym. You got to do the same with your body. It's like you got to keep it in motion. You got to check on it. It's like your car. You bring your car to get your oil change and gas in it. You got to do the same with your body. Or you can it'll have you better off in the future. You want to be almost 90 or 80 years old and still walking, like getting up, going to the refrigerator freely, not with no walk or anything like that. So it's stretching helps your range of motion and your relax your mind and calms you down and gets your blood flowing better. You know, it's a bunch of things, but that's what I really like mainly to say about it. It's like, take care of your vehicle.
Yes. Yes, and our body is the temple,
Yeah.
and we have to make sure that we take care of our bodies and not just in the spirit realm, in the natural. We have to make
Hmm.
sure that we do that as well because it helps us to stay in a place where we can function
Hmm.
and our bones are not tight and our limbs are not struggling when we try to go upstairs and things like that. So it's important that we take care of ourselves on a continual basis. And I know some of us, especially those who I know and we are your clients, we are committed to regular services and it helps with keeping you mentally well. 'Cause it's
Hmm.
so relaxing to do that. So we want people to know that you have to take care of spirit, soul, and body, and massages and stretching and things like that. And I shared with my coworkers that you are flexologists, and they thought that was the funniest thing. They was like, "I never heard of flexology," and they laughed, they looked it up. But now they joke about it, but they see when they read that it was something that's necessary, that is actually a good thing. So you're making a difference, and my coworkers, they laugh all the time when they hear me say that.
I'm new.
Yes. So that's awesome that you do so many things. And people can just glean from you with your music, being an author, doing different things where you are telling of the good news through your creative style. Do you have anything that you're working on right now that we could follow and be ready to hear more from Jason Pierre?
um, the crazy part about it is I want to say I have an album coming out, but I've been done with the album since last year in July. But I don't know what platform I want to put it on, so I can't really. So the album is done and the book is done. So I'm really cleared of things that It's like my little projects is like, hold up, I need something new to work on right now. But I'm kind of trying to take it easy, but promote the book mostly. The Little Big Stepper is really what it is right now. More than anything, because it just came out in December 26th. So it's like full steam ahead with the Little Big Stepper book.
Okay. Are you going to participate in any book signings or how would people get the book if they wanted to support you?
It's available on Amazon. Just search the Little Big Stepper. As far as book signings and stuff, I'm trying to get all that stuff together. I'm like real new to this, so I don't understand how it really works. I'm just gonna be tapping into whatever I start doing. So I'm pretty sure some of that's come out pretty soon. Just beginning of the year. Just top of the year, whatever we could get together.
Good. Well, I wish you well in everything that you do. And how would people connect with you, even if it has nothing to do with the book? If they just want to partner with you or if they want to be a part of your services, how would people find you?
I'm on Instagram at Jesus Drum Major. That is like my main page. And far as like service with stretching and they Flex and Assist LLC on Instagram. So those two is where you can just DM me on there and we get see what's going on. you know.
Right. What that is great. That is great to hear that you have done all the work and the things you needed to do in order to get yourself back where you need to be and stay focused on God and all that God has for. Is there anything you would share with someone who wants some of the things that you've done?
Um, do some research. I would say, like, there's so many resources out there you can just tap into and ask, how can I do this? Like, you know, and stay passionate about whatever you're trying to do. Like, and have fun. That's the thing. Is like everything I feel like I do, I have fun doing it, and that it feels like second nature. It don't feel like work. So when it don't feel like work and it's fun and you benefit from it, it's like it's a whole nother ball game, and that's what I want to tell you for sure.
Yes. And one last thing that we didn't mention in all the things that we've shared that you do, you are a designer and you have brands of things that you've put out. Tell us about that venture and what it is and what you have to offer in that. Because we want to make sure that people understand all there is to Jason Pierre. So tell us about your designer business.
All right, so a few years ago, was it 2019? I came up with this brand called Jason Pierre Italy, and I basically had a chance to be what Dapper Dan is. Like Dapper Dan is my favorite designer of all time, and it's gonna probably always be that way. Other than me, because
Right.
I'm doing it now too. So you know, just the '80s movement, and being an artist. Before I came up with the drum major suit, I was like, how would I dress on stage? And I realized, being an artist, if you had your own brand and you performing, people look at you a little different versus you just being up there. It was more like you got your own uniform, you know. And I don't know, being a creator is just fun. Creating your own clothing is like expressing yourself through art. But the Jason P at Italy, I had a chance to work with like real Italian leather products. So doing that, it made my mind like, oh, I can be just as good as Gucci,
Mhm.
just as Louis, like Jason Pierre, let's put it all together. Like, so it just flowed together for me. And I was like, I'm doing this. And as much as
Yes.
I self, because it's like, well, I could wear it myself. It's like I could be a trendsetter for my own stuff.
Mhm. So how would someone get Jason Pierre Italy?
You can Google Jason Pierre Italy, or you can go to Jason Pierre Italy brand on Instagram. You can also go on Jesus Drum Major Instagram and hit the link at the top, and it'll show you my link tree. My link tree will take you to pretty much everything. But Jason Pierre Italy, you can just Google that and everything will pop up. You know,
So what is your favorite color?
gold,
Gold.
gold.
Do you use it a lot in your products?
Ye- I have signature stuff I do with gold, like with the products, like if I make a belt, I might make like the little metal parts gold, stuff. It's stuff like that you gotta kind of notice that I do with the gold. Like I have women heels, and most of the heels I make for women might have a gold heel or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta kind of look out for it, but it's not signature in every product, but sometimes I might. Or if I see a chance, it's gonna match with something, I'll put it in there for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you have done so much great work, and I do know because of your heart and your spirit and your drive, there's so much more that's going to come from Jason Pierre. But I want to thank you for being my guest on tonight and coming on to tell your story of living by God's grace and what it means to step outside the norm and just be all that you can be. Don't get complacent in what you think you've done because there's so much more. And you're showing us there is so much more to you, and we just have to be on the lookout. So thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for my honor.
Oh, good. I'm so glad to have you. So I just want to tell the people that Jason has shown us that you can be the little big stepper. No matter no matter where you come from, what beginning you have, you can think big through God.
Hmm.
And the sky is the limit. There's so much more that God wants from us. We just have to be willing to come out of that comfort zone and go there. And so you're doing so much great things. So we want to just encourage people to strive to be all that you can be. So I just want to invite you back, people, to follow me, Tanshel Ward, by His Grace podcast. Not worthy, but worth it. There is so much more I have in store for you. Just keep following me. You can follow me on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much, Jason, for being on here and telling your story. And
Thanks.
I will be looking forward to seeing you. So, so you take care. Thank you so much. And you have a great rest of the night.
You too. Thank you. All right, later.
You're welcome. Okay, bye bye.